Hey guys, this is E with Scrapbooking with me, and today what we're going to do is Rachel's challenge, Roxy Creations, her challenge for this week. And what it was making journaling cards, and she picked a great time because I need tons of journaling cards. I've got 3 journals that I need to finish up. They're finished all except the insides. And then I also had someone ask, and let me find it, because I don't know where I put it. The insert, well, I can't put my hands on it right now, but anyway, the file folder insert that I made last night, I had a few people ask, why didn't I include that in my journal? Well, the reason I didn't was my journal is kind of small. You know, I only made this out of just a piece of cardstock, so it's kind of small, and if I would have put that in here and then once I put all of my embellishments in here, it would have been humongous, and it was quite thick. So I've got another journal that I'm working on that I haven't put the signature in yet, and I'm going to include it in that one. And let me find it and I'll show you, because I'm going to have some people who say, what are you talking about? Okay, so it's this insert right here, and we made this with a file folder. And it's got, let me unravel this. So how are you guys? I hope everybody's doing good. We're good. So it opens up like this. And then I've just got a couple of journaling cards in here. And then this closes back up. And then you can just wrap your string around here. Now, I actually made this, and I'll finish wrapping that later, but I actually made this to go in this journal, but it's quite bulky. It's not that big, but this paper is real nice that I put on it, and then the file folder was a very thin one, but when I put this paper on there, it's got quite a bit of texture. So the album that I'm making now, or the journal that I'm making now, it's going to be bigger. It's going to have 3 signatures in it, so this one will go in there fine. This one with just 1 signature and, you know, it being thin, then I was afraid to put it in there, really. But it's got a pocket here, and then I'm going to put something here, and I don't know what. But I think I'm going to wait until I put it in my other journal, and then I'll decide exactly how I want to decorate the rest of it. But that's how it folds up. And it's just made from a file folder, and I will link that video below. I'm pretty sure that video went up yesterday, but I'll link it below so you can go over and check this out. You might want to do one of these just for a little journal. You could stitch a signature in here if you wanted to, and let this be your little journal. So, all right, that aside, that one I need to finish. But I need to make journaling cards. I've got tags, I've got pockets, but I don't have very many journaling cards. So like I said, Rachel's challenge came just at the right time. And what it was is to challenge to use your all your scrap pieces of your scrapbooking paper. So I've got quite a few of those. Now, I've got a few of these that I'm not really going to do a lot to, except maybe ink around. Because that's already good for a journaling card, and so is that one. This is a piece of After Midnight Designs that I did a journal with last year. And this is just a piece that I had left over, and it was laying around, so I went ahead and pulled it out and trimmed it, and then I'll just ink around this a little bit, and this will be ready to go because I printed it on a nice paper, so the back, you don't have to cover it with anything. This is out of a piece of scrapbook paper. I don't remember what collection, but again, it's ready to go, other than we'll put a little ink on there. And it will be ready. Now I'm using one of our new blender brushes. As you can see, they're kind of domed. I think I'm going to like this. It's going to take me a minute to get used to it because I've been using those flat ones for so long. But these hold so much ink. I'm having to, you know, I just barely touch my ink pad. And the only thing is these will not sit. Some people set their blending brushes right up on top of their ink. I don't, but some people do. Now these will not sit up, but they will sit up in my little thing here, my little handmade. This is just a little plastic container. Something came in here, I think labels or something, and I just use it for my ink and my little blending brush. So that's what that is. A lot of people ask me, how did I make that? I didn't make it. It just, I think little labels or tags or something came in it, and I just cut the other part off, and I'll use that to put my little ink in and my blending brushes. Now this is another piece that I will do. It's just ink around it, and we'll use this. Then we'll get to making some journaling cards. Now I've got these pieces that are, this one I would probably use that more for a tag than a journaling card. So we'll lay that one aside. That one too. And probably that one. And that one. These, that one may be a tag. These I would turn into journaling cards. Now that might be, let's see how big that is. That is 5 and almost a half. And it's 4 3/4. So let's just say we were going to put it in this journal. Just want to make sure that it's not too big to go. No, it's not. You could slide it in behind that like that. That would work great. Okay. So we will just, all we'll do to this is I am going to round the corners, and I may put some little something on there. I don't know, but we'll get to some that we actually have to do some more decorating on. Now I will tell you that this is a good way to use up any of that scrapbook paper that you don't particularly like. As Rachel said, you can cover that and then use it up, you know, because there's some that I have that I've had for years that I probably wouldn't use in a journal, but you can cover it with book page or, you know, a digital piece or something like that, and then you can use it in your journals. Now this, what would we add on there? I think the music goes that way. I'm thinking just a label, don't you think? Now I have these that I've been working on cutting out this morning. I don't mind that there, but I think I want to put a little piece of book page or something behind it. Let's see. Just gonna grab some book page. And this is not a very vintage book page. It's probably 50 years old, but it's not stained or anything like that. So I'm gonna make sure that I go around the edges with quite a bit of ink before I put it down. Okay, now let's see. We put that like that, and then maybe that there. Yeah, I like that. Now I know somebody will ask, these come in a big pack. There's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10 in a pack. So you can get the whole pack if you want. They're not just a few. It's quite a few. And I have some that I need to replace anyway, so I just went ahead and bought myself a pack. I'm hoping the music goes that way. I think it does. I'm not very musically inclined, so I couldn't tell you exactly. Somebody out there will let me know, though. They'll say, you put that upside down. The music notes go the other way. Oh, Wales. It will work. That's all I'm going to do to that. I love these flowers and things. I don't want to cover that up. So that one is good for me. I'm going to put that over there. Now I'm going to move these before I end up dumping them in the floor, because that's a lot of cutting time right there. Okay, we have another piece here, and this will be a good size for a journaling card. But I'm going to round the corners. I like the corners rounded in my journaling cards. I don't know, to me they slide in and out of pockets and things better. But that's not something that you'd have to do if you don't want to. And I just have this piece out. This is a backing for stickers. I have it out for when I start using my glue stick. I can glue on that. Okay, so what shall we put on this one? More book page, maybe? Let's try a piece that I have. I actually spritzed this with a little bit of gold. ink. I might try that piece up there where all that blank is. And then I may put a flower on there and a label. Let's see. You could put lace on these, just whatever you like to decorate your journaling cards up with. Or maybe a big butterfly. I don't get to use these really big butterflies a lot. I don't have a lot of projects that call for the really big ones. So, let's see what we have here. Wow, look at that one. That one's huge. Yeah, that's quite big. I don't think that one would work either. What about a big green one? That's a big butterfly. It's probably way oversized. But I kind of like the colors together. You know, why not? It's going to be in a journal. And I think it'll look okie dokie. If it's not for you, then don't do this. But I'm going to put it on here. I think it'll look okay. Sometimes you just have to use something that you've been sliding back forever and ever, don't you? And I have been bypassing these over and over again because they're so big. And, you know, one of you guys give them to me and I really appreciate it. But a lot of my projects I just couldn't figure out how to use it in because they're huge. But I think they'll go okay on a journaling card that's this size. And let's see, I may want to put another piece of book page down here just to kind of have something behind the butterfly. Yeah, I think that'll work. Let's put that one down there. And on this, I'm just using my art glitter glue because this book page is kind of thick, so it's not gonna go through. And on this, I'm just gonna probably trim that off right there. I want it hanging off the page, so I'm just going to trim that down. And then I'll take my ink and ink it back up a little bit. And that will go right there. So don't be afraid to use some of those large pieces of ephemera that you have. Even if it looks oversized at the moment, like this does, I think you'll find that once you add things to your journal, you'll find that it looks awesome. And see, that doesn't bother me at all right there. Of course, you know that's my colors anyway, so. Alright. Now, I think I might have to put a little label right there. And we could just put a small label there to make it look like this is a specimen card. What do you think about that? Or what about that one? Let's try this green one. I'm just going to trim it out and see what it looks like. If it didn't look okay, then I'm thinking the green one looks better than the brown. So we're going to do that. Yeah, that looks okay. Now, normally I would put some bling down through there. And I think I might go ahead and do that because this is going to go inside a journal. And it's probably going to slide in a pocket or something like that. So if we glue this on nice and well, then that won't come off anyway. So, and it doesn't add that much bulk. And it just so happened I picked up the right size. Oh yes, that made it right there. I love that. Love, love, love it. Okay, there's another one. And I'm probably going to decorate as I go along. That just, I don't know. It just helps me if I can decorate as I go, because if I wait till the end, I may not get any decorated. You know how I am. Let's see. That really needs to be a pocket the way that's cut. Okay, this could be a nice journaling card, and it's already white on the back. So let's see what size. This is 5.5 by 3 3/4, so that's a good size right there. But again, I am going to round the corners I'm going to pull my little bucket over here. I know this will probably take up most of the screen, but I love my little trash bucket. This was given to me by a sweet friend. You know who you are. And I use it every day. I love it. Look at that. It's got little garbage bags in there, and she sent me all kinds of refills for the garbage can. So, very, very exciting. Now, this one's nice and thick, too. I don't think I'll have to add anything to the back. But we will get to some paper in a minute where we'll have to cover the back, too. And that'll be okay. We can do that. Now, on this one, let's see which way does the... That goes that way, I think. Yeah, maybe. What shall we put on this one? I have some vellum that we could add to. Let's just tear this and see what it'll look like. This is some of the vellum from the Vintage Lady, I think. I can't remember what the name was. But we have sold out, and they have since discontinued it. So we sold out like 4 times, I think. We kept ordering it, and the first time they told me they wasn't gonna add any more, and then I went ahead and sent my order in, so they added more and sent me my order. But then now when we look, it's gone. Okay, let's put a flower there of some kind. Now we could do a cutout flower. Whoops, that's my butterfly journal, not my flower journal. Or we could put a bird on there too. Now I only have a few birds cut out because I didn't spend a lot of time cutting birds. That's kind of pretty, but it blends a little bit too much. Maybe a flower and a bird. I like that that one goes that way. So let's try a flower and a bird. These are our washi flowers. Let's see. Find one that, no, it's got a little bit of purple in it that I'm not crazy about. What about just a flower like that? Looks kind of fallish, and the next journal that I'm making is kind of fall, kind of sort of fall. So let's do that. I will be using some fall digitals that I can't wait to show you, but I do have to wait. All right, we're gonna press that down. I'm gonna take my bone folder and I press it in. The more you press it in, the more that outside piece there disappears. Usually you can press it in pretty good and you don't even see the outside. But if you do, then I take my little blender brush and I just go over that with a little bit of ink on it, and it blends it right into the background. Okay, now we're going to use our Bearly Arts glue very sparingly because this is all I have. And we don't have this in stock any longer because they say that they're out and they can't supply us with it. So we have no more of that until they can get their supply back up. They don't have bottles and things to put it in because the people that do the bottles say that they're can't manufacture them fast enough to keep up. So it's one of those things. It's a mess. It's just a mess. All right, let's put our little bird down. Cute. I like that. I'm gonna trim this off. Little piece right there. Okay, then I think I do want a little tiny label of some kind up there. And it doesn't have to be anything very big. As a matter of fact, I might use this one. that's the one I'm going to use right there. These are all of my labels just about are from Tracy Fox. And she is Love Junk Journals on Etsy. Look at that. Isn't that cute? I like that one. I want you to let me know at the end of this video which one you like the best. Let me know. Okay, let's put that up there. Now, here is an example of a paper that I wouldn't use in any of my journals. This is a scrap that I've had for who knows how long. So we're going to cut this, and I'm probably going to cut it in half. And we're going to use this to make 2 different journaling cards, but I'm going to cover the front of it. Let's see, that's 4 right there. So that'll make a wide journaling card, and then I could just leave that one and make a tag out of that one. Now, like I said, I don't like this paper that much. I wouldn't use it in my journal, but I will use it if it's covered. So let's just go ahead and cover it with something. Now, you can cover it with digitals if you'd like. I'm probably going to put a piece of this paper on here. This is a very thin paper, but I love it. And I think it'll look really good for a journaling card. So I think we're going to use this, just a piece of this, to go over that. And again, I'm going to use my art glitter glue because it will work fine on this. So if you have any of those scraps that you think, there's no way I'd use that in my journal, just go ahead and cover them. You can cover them with book pages, digitals, whatever you have that you like, then go ahead and cover them. It makes a nice journaling card because you've got that thickness. And then you have a paper that you want to use. And see, these little sheets are too thin to use by themselves, but using them on this makes it thick enough. Okay, there's some scraps. Go ahead and cut our corners. Do some inking. And you cannot even tell that this used to be a different piece of paper. And then we've got that nice back on there that we can write on. Now let's put, I think all I'm going to put on this one is just a label, because I like all of these butterflies and things on there. So I think just a label is all I'm going to put on there. But I might put, let's see, I might put just a little piece of this on there maybe? No, don't want to put that on there. Maybe a piece of lace. Let's just run a little piece of this lace across the bottom. It will just decorate it up a little bit more, and then we'll put a label on there. Okay, have our lace on there. Then I think I'm just going to put a label here, and that's going to be my card. Let's grab that dark blue one, and it says woodland on there, and there's just a little bit of that blue around in the background. See if I put it straight down, if it's okay. Yeah, I don't think I need anything behind it. All right, I think that one's good. So I have to tell y'all a little story. I was sitting out here yesterday doing a video, and the longer I did the video, the sicker I felt. I just felt so nauseated. And I thought, what in the world? Why am I feeling so yuck? And I finished my video, and I went to the living room, and I sit down, and I just kept thinking, why do I feel so terrible? Am I getting sick, or what is this? Well, Whit came in, and he said, boy, what's wrong with you? Because I guess I don't know, I guess I looked pale. And I said, I am so sick. And he said, really? And I said, yeah, I'm so sick at my stomach. I said, I don't know what the deal is. He said, well, what was you doing? And I told him I was out here doing a video. And I said, I felt fine until I started doing the video, and then I just got deathly sick. And he said, he was looking up and down, and I said, yeah. He said, that's why you got so sick. And I said, what do you mean? I look up and down all the time. He said, not since you got your new glasses. I said, oh, you're right. Just like getting glasses all over again. When you get glasses or when you get new contacts or glasses and you haven't been used to that exact prescription. And these are so much stronger than my other ones because my eyes had gotten so bad because of my cataracts that, yeah, that's why I got so sick. So I'm hoping this video I'm not going to get so sick in. So if y'all hear me kind of slowing down a little bit, you'll know I got sick. But I did. I got so sick yesterday. But I'm not going to look up and down a lot today. I have my monitor in front of me where I can see what I'm filming. But I've tried to set it up to where I don't have to continually look up and down. So as long as I'm looking down, I'm good. As long as I'm looking up, I'm good. But when I look up and down, oh my goodness. I get so sick. I guess it'll take me a while. Well, by the time I get used to this, then I'll have my cataract surgery, and then I'll have to get used to that probably. But anyways, another one of those pains of growing old, but it's better than the alternative, isn't it? Not growing old. Okay, I cut this up because this was a good square, but I wasn't going to use it in my journal. But I will use it like this because I love the butterflies. But I'd like to have something on it. I'd like to have something on there, but I don't know what. So what do we suggest? I don't know if I just want to leave it like that. You know, I may just put a clear piece of vellum down here and have another little pocket there. Let me find some clear vellum. Okay. There is a piece of vellum. And I am just using our clear vellum. It's just a regular thickness. You can get the thicker vellum. We have that too, but this is just the regular thickness. Just going to use this and put a pocket on there. Now, did I just... No, I didn't. I was trying to say, oh my goodness, I just cut off my other little notch, but I didn't. There we go. Alright, I will glue that down right there. Again, we're going to use the Barely Arts because it doesn't pucker your vellum. And I will let you guys know as soon as we can start selling this again. We don't even have the first little bit in stock. This is all I have right here in this little bottle. So as soon as we can start selling it again, we can get more in. I'll let you guys know because I know a lot of you are like me. You love it. Love it for my vellum anyway. I mean, it works great for the other things, but I can always go to my art glitter glue for my other projects. But art glitter glue does pucker your vellum when you put it on like that, but this does not. So I always go back to my my Barely Arts when I'm doing vellum. Okay. So there is a little pocket on there, and then I'm just going to put a little something on that pocket. Maybe just a label. When all else fails, do a label. Okay, I'm thinking just a brown label, yeah. Okay, and I might put a little short flower there if I can find a little short one. Okay, let's just put that little flower on there and it'll add some color. And then we'll put our label down. And this is, again, one of the little washy flowers. Whoops. Stuck too soon. And I'll just trim off any excess. There we go. I'll put this label down. I'm thinking I want to trim closer on this label. I'm going to trim all that dark brown off. And just leave the lighter brown. Yes, I like that much better. Okay. So Brooklyn went this morning with her mom and got her nails done. I like that. That gives it some color. It's not just brown and white. I like it. But she went with her mom this morning and got her nails done. And Alicia called me when they got out of the salon, and she said, I don't know that I'll ever take her back with me again to get my nails done. And I said, why? I'm sure she loved it. And she said, oh, she loved it. She said, Mom, but she is so verbal to those people. She said, she looked at that lady when that lady was filing her toenails. She looked at her and went, that is my toe, not my toenail. I said, well, you know, she's outspoken. She tells you what she thinks. Oh, I just cut that lady's legs off, hey, like that. I'm going to cover most of this anyway. And she said, I know, but she said, she embarrasses me to death. I said, well, I wouldn't let it embarrass me, Alicia. She's just a kid. I mean, you know, she's only 9. But she said, she told that lady, that is my toe and that hurts. Oh, me, my child. That little girl. She is a mess. Okay, I want to cover this one too because, like I said, I cut her legs off and I don't particularly like this. In most of my journals, I wouldn't care for this. So I'm going to use another piece of this paper. I know some people like that. And I like it in particular in certain things that I'm doing, but not any of my journals that I've got coming up. I don't care for it. So, yeah, that little girl, she's a mess. So if you don't want to know her opinion about something, don't ask her because she'll definitely tell you. And lots of times she tells you even if you don't want to know. She told me the other day, she was over here and I was talking to her about something. I don't remember what it was. And she was trying to show me something and she was like halfway across the room. And I said, well, come here so I can see it. Well, she came on over where I was and showed me whatever it was. And I think it was a little painting that she was doing. And I said, oh, that's so pretty. After she finished showing me, she looked at me and put her hand on her hip. And she said, Nene, I'm about tired of you not having good eyes. It's time for you to go get your surgery. I said, well, Brooklyn, I have to wait till the doctor schedules it. I'm about tired of you not having good eyes. You need to go get your surgery. She's a mess, I'm telling you. That little girl is our little daredevil. There's nothing in this world that she won't try at least once, I think. I told her mother she was just paying for a raising. Because Alicia used to do me that way too. Little daredevils. She's not mean or anything. She just tells it like it is. Alicia calls her Nene all the time because she said she's just like you. I said, I don't do that, do I? She said, oh, yes, you do. Oh, me. Children, they're so fun. And grandchildren, if we'd have known they were this fun, we'd have them first, wouldn't we? That would have been nice. That's what I tell my kids all the time. They're like, you can't have them first. I said, I know that. I'm not that dumb. Okay. That I like. But it does need something. What do I think it needs? It may not need anything but a label because I kind of like how that looks. Now let's put our little flower. Let's put our little bird down here. He would be cute. And then put a little label up there. That's cute. I like that. I mean, you know, anywhere you see flowers, you're going to see some little birds. So let's put him there and amongst the flowers. And then I think I'll use that label. Oh, yes. But I am going to trim this one down too. She's got, you know, 3 or 4 different places that you can cut. And each one will give you a little bit different look. So sometimes I like to cut it all the way down if there's a lot of that color behind especially. Okay, Now, I think behind that, I might put a little piece of book page. Let's see if that would look okay after I ink it. Yeah, but I'm going to have to ink this one really good because it's a little bit too light. So I'm going to use my brush, get some ink on it. Just go over it and make it look a little bit more vintage. There we go. I'm sorry if you can hear my stomach. I haven't had lunch yet. My stomach is growling. It's talking to me. Okay, put that there. So I like this. It's a great way to use up those papers that I thought I'll never use and don't know what I'm going to do with. It's just a good way to use all those up. Oh yes, I like that one. Very, very pretty. Okay. So let's do, I'm going to do one out of a paper that I absolutely know that I would never ever use in a journal, and that's this one. I don't think I'd ever use that in any kind of journal. But we're going to cover it with something. And this time we won't cover it with, I mean, you could use this to collage with, but I'm just thinking that we'll just cover it. Let's see, because this has got a lot of glitter on it too, and I don't particularly care for that. I might want to cut it down just a little bit. I don't think I want it quite that wide. These are 4 by 5. That's usually about the size that I cut on my journaling cards, but you might need some that are a little bit wider. All right, what shall we do here? Let's cover with some book pages and lots of different things. Let's just see what we've got to cover it with. We could just really collage it if we wanted to. So I think I'll put a piece of that on there. There's some of this map page. I like that. I'm going to go ahead and tear it at the top. Okay, we'll put that there. I think I want that behind it. So we'll just collage this one, I guess. Okay, we'll use a piece of this green. Okay, I think we're going to do that. It's going to look kind of weird right now, but when we get finished, maybe it'll look better. But I'm just going to collage it. And let's see. Won't really need to do that side because that's going to hang off. Don't really need to do all of that. Just trying to put ink on the pieces that are going to show. Alright, so we'll go ahead and start laying this down and see what we get. Alright. Let's see, put this one down next maybe? Yeah. Then this one. And then let's tuck this little one up under there. Okay. Now let's flip it over and trim that off, and then we'll add something to the top. Now, you can see what happens when you don't let your paper dry when you cut it. My book page. But we're going to ink all that anyway, so I'm not gonna let that concern me. Okay, so that's what that's gonna look like. But then I want to add something on there. And I think I might try to grab one of Tim Holtz flowers, maybe. See what it looks like on there. I'm running very, very low on these flowers. I need to get more. I mean, we have more in stock. I just haven't got myself any more. But I am running out. Let's see. If I put that on there, I'm going to have to clip the top and the bottom. But I kind of like the looks of that. But I don't think I have any more that are any bigger. Nope. All the other ones are actually smaller. So, let's see. What would we want to do? Could put that on there. What do you think? Is it a no? I'm not too crazy about that on there. I'd rather have this on there, I think. And then just a label over here. Even if I have to trim the top and the bottom, I don't mind that. Okay. So, Melina, I'm going to have to get another pack of flowers. So, you're just going to have to order more. I'm going to have to buy myself a pack. Now, I like to tone down this white in here. You can do it with your blending brush or you can do it with your dauber. I just usually, if it's like this, I just kind of do it with my dauber. But you can do it with either one. But I don't like that stark white. So, I just tone it down. Like that. And oops, stuck to my finger. And that takes care of a lot of that white in the background so it doesn't stick out like a sore thumb. And then I'm going to put it down like that and I'll just trim off some of that bottom. As a matter of fact, I could bring it on down. And then I just have to trim the bottom and not the top and the bottom. So that's what we're going to do. Alright, you guys just got to guess what Whit's doing again today. What do you think he's doing today? Yes, he is out mowing the grass again. We will have the shortest grass in the community. No, truthfully, our grass grows very fast. So if he doesn't mow it at least once a week, or sometimes twice, it's horrible. So what about this label? What if we put that label right there? Just in that little junction. I like that. I heard the mower quit, so he may come pounding in here in a minute. He doesn't know that I'm filming, so he may come barreling through the door. I like that. But I am going to round the corners if I can. Let's see if this one will do it. I may have to get my big chomper. Nope, this one will do it. This is kind of thick. Yes, I'm just throwing a lot of those scraps off in the floor because my pal Winston, which is my little vacuum cleaner, he's going to be running in a little while, so he needs something to do. There we go. I like that. That's just using a piece of paper that you don't like and you can just collage over it. So let's see what else we have here. Got lots and lots that I want to use, but I don't have lots and lots of time to use it in. Let's make a few out of this. Now this is not necessarily a scrap that I would throw away. No, no, no. I would use this. I love it. It's what I covered the file folder with yesterday, but I need to make a few cards to go in there and maybe a journaling card or two. So let me see how I want to cut this. I don't want to cut my flowers in two, so I may cut like that maybe. I need at least, I think, 2 journaling cards and then some tags to go in there. That would be kind of a wide one. Let's see if it'll fit, though. Journaling card. Not really, unless I put it up and down, which I could, I guess. Okay, these journaling cards don't need to be over 5 inches. This one's quite a bit more than 5. So let's cut a little bit of that off. And I can use this for little tags, little tiny tags. So there's a journaling card. Then, let's see. We shall make some tags. gonna make these at 3.5 maybe. Yeah, 3.5, and then let's see, make that one 4.5. So that'll make a nice size tag. That would make a little pocket or something. And then we'll make a tag out of this, maybe. Okay, let's do this one first. Now, you know this one's not going to have anything on it. As pretty as it is, it's going to be a nice journaling card. So I think all that we'll have to do to this one is just, we may put a little thin label up here and do some inking around it. I don't even know. I may put a little bit of lace on it. Let's see what we've got. Now I've got a little piece of this. What do you think? Let's cut a little piece of that off and let me look at it. There we go. I like that better. Fray it out. Okay. So if I glue that down there, I don't mind that because the journal has this around the outside on the spine anyway, so that would kind of go with the journal. All right, let's glue that down nice and well, hopefully. Okay. There we go. I kind of like that with that. And then I'm going to put a little label, I think, right in the middle of it, and just a little thin one. I don't want a big one. That covers up all the lace. I don't want to cover up all the lace. So let's just put a little tiny number up there. What number would you say I'm putting? My number, number 8. There we go. I like that. It's cute. Okay, there's another. And you know, I think, let me look, but I think I've done all of my journaling cards this way, and I haven't done any up and down. Nope, I haven't. I've done them all the same way. So we need to do some journaling cards that are this way. All right, we'll just do a little journaling card out of this one that goes this way. And on this one, I think all I'm going to put is a little bit more music page on there, because I have a little bit showing here, but I think I just want to add a little bit. Bring that in there. Yeah, that'll work. All right, and let's see if I might want to put just a tiny little piece up here. Okay, what about that? That will work. And I'm going to let that dry before I cut off the excess. I may even fold it around. Yeah, let's just fold it around. We'll use, there we go. That part didn't have glue on it. And then I'm going to go ahead and round. Ooh, didn't want to round that with the glue, did it? Okay. Right, now I want a tall flower of some kind. We could do one of these that are just the, oh yeah, I like that. Let's do that. These are the just black and white ones. I don't think we have any more of these left. I have more on order, but not any left right now. All right, then we'll take our little tool. I like that. That's cute. Okay, then a little label of some kind. I think this one will work. Yeah, and I kind of want that label to blend in more. I don't want it to stand out so much, so I'm going to put it there by itself without anything behind it. I want it to look like it was made on the page and not put on the page. Yeah, I like that. And I'm going to go ahead and ink around it. Okay. And that is all we're going to do to that one. All right, I think I better stop. I could keep on going for days and days and days. But I think we're going to stop with that. So these are the ones that we've made. Very pretty. And they're so easy. And use up that paper that is laying in your drawer, because I know you have it, because I do. That one. And then these were just already pre-cut, and all I did was ink them. But those are the ones that we have made. I really, really like them. Thank you, Rachel, again for a great tutorial and a great challenge. I love it. Absolutely needed these. All right, we will talk to you guys later. Thank you so much for watching. Don't forget to give us a thumbs up and hit that subscribe button, and we will talk to you guys later. Bye-bye.